Hello and welcome to another video. It's Ultimate19, more known as Ultimate Gamer 19,000. I am here today to review to you the Wizard class. The Wizard, for some people, is seen as the strongest class in the game. I personally believe Wizard isn't the strongest class in game, and honestly, I don't even believe it's the strongest spellcaster in game. But this is the overall review and overall general overview of the Wizard class, so I'll get to my opinions near the end of the video. So let's just start off. What is the wizard? The wizard is basically D&D's base spellcaster. As you can see, they get 0 to no features. Other features are basically just arcane traditions or ASIs. They don't really get much outside of that, but still are seen as the most complicated class in the game. Because when you look at this chart, they don't look complicated, but a lot of people say the wizard is the most complicated class to get into. I think the wizard definitely can be hard for newer players, and definitely wizard's not my first pick. Honestly, I think most new players should just pick sorcerer because I feel like they'd enjoy it. In Baldur's Gate 3, a lot of newbies play sorcerers because they enjoy it. So overall, I think sorcerer for a beginner is I think I'll probably just make on a video why I think sorcerers are better than wizards. But overall, I would recommend wizard for a new player. For a more experienced one, I think they can have fun with a wizard, but you can have fun with every class, even monks, which I know is hard, but that takes some DM intervention. So as you can see, wizards are full casters, so they get ninth level spells. They have cantrips, and proficiency bonus is the same. Their ability score improvement list is the same as every other class except for rogues and fighters because they get more. So now let's get into their class features. Hit points have a D6, which is the lowest in the game, right next to sorcerers. So basically, a wizard is very squishy. Unironically, a D12 is enough to permakill a wizard. Which, I mean, you know, a D12 or 2D6s is enough to permakill a wizard if a wizard has no con score, which is pretty unrealistic. Usually, most wizards are 17 intelligence, 16 con. Uh, usually wizards have a +3, so they have a 9 HP. I mean, still a D12 or a D10 can still one shot a wizard. Overall, wizard is very, very not bulky. They get proficiencies in 0 types of armor: daggers, darts, slingshot, quarterstaffs, and like crossbows for weapons. No tools, saving throws to get intelligence or wisdom. Intelligence is almost never used unless you're fighting mind flayers, then holy hell is not useful. Wisdom is the most used saving throw in the game, so that's a good one. They get picked from Arcana, History, Insight, Investigation, Medicine, and Religion. Niche-ish spells, but having a good investigation in Arcana definitely is going to be very strange to the party because almost everyone almost dumps intelligence because it's not really important. For equipment, they can start off with a quarterstaff or dagger, a component patch or arcane focus, a scholar's pack or explorer's pack, and they get a spell book. Now we get into their spell casting. First, take a drink of water. As a student of arcane magic, you have a spellbook containing spells that show the first glimmerings of true power. Cantrips. At first level, you learn 3 cantrips of your choice from the wizard's spell list. You learn additional wizard cantrips of your choice at higher levels as shown in the cantrips known column of the wizard table. Now, basically, the wizard's main thing is that they have a spell book. So yeah, let's get into it. At first level, you have a spell book containing 6 first level wizard spells of your choice. Your spell book is a repository of the wizard spells you know, except their cantrips, which are fixed in your mind. The spells that you add to your spell book as you gain level reflect the arcane research you conduct on your own, as well as intellectual breakthroughs you had about the nature of the multiverse. You find other spells during your adventure. You could discover a spell record on a scroll in an evil wizard's chest, for example, or a dusty tome in an ancient library. Copying a spell into the spell book. When you find a wizard spell, first level or higher, you can add it to your spell book if it is of a spell level you can prepare, and if you can spare the time to decide from copying. Copying a spell into your spell book involves reproducing the basic form of the spell, then deciphering the unique systems of notations used by the wizard who wrote it. Uh, yeah, it's been just a bunch of flavor text. So this is the real chunk and the real meat in it. For each level of the spell, the process takes 2 hours and costs 50 gold, which at earlier levels can be pretty damn crippling, the 50 gold. So The cost represents material components you expend as you experiment the spell to master it, as well as the defined inks you need to record it. Once you have spent this money and time, you can prepare the spell just like your other spells. Now, I know you're hearing a lot about preparing spells. We will get into that later. If your spell book were to be destroyed, you can make a new one. Um, so yeah, let's get into that. You can copy a spell from your own spell book into another book. For example, if you want to make a backup copy, you can. This is just like copying a new spell into your spell book, but faster and easier. Since you already send your own notations and you know how to cast a spell, you only need to spend 1 hour and 10 gold for each level of the copied spell. This can be really bad at higher levels because this is gonna run through your gold. Yeah, that's gonna run through your gold potentially. If you lose your spellbook, you can use the same procedure to transcribe the spells you have prepared into a new spellbook. Filming out the reminders of your spellbook requires you to find new spells to do so as normal. For this reason, many wizards keep backup spellbooks in safe places. So, pray that your wizard has a backup spellbook or ask the DM if before the campaign he has a backup spellbook that he can just access anytime or whatever. The book's appearance. Your spell book is a unique compilation of spells with its own descriptive flourishes and margin notes. It might be a plain functional letter volume that you receive as a gift from your master. Basically, it can be any like book. Imagine it as a very heavily annotated book. That's, you know. Alright, now we get prepared casting. Preparing and casting spells. This is, I think, the most unique feature of the wizards, or at least the most like talked about feature about wizards. That a lot of people like to talk about. Oh, they can prepare and cast. Oh, just a lot of people like to debate if, oh yes, the wizard may be able to prepare more spells, but they can't cast as many as the wizard, as a sorcerer. It's a lot of kind of a lot of infighting between, because the sorcerer wizard debate is one that is very heavily had. So yeah, let's just get into it. The wizard table shows how many spell slots you have to cast your wizard spells of first level or higher. To cast one of these spells, you must That's just expend. That's how to cast a spell. You prepared a list of wizard spells that are available for you to cast. To do so, choose a number of wizard spells from your spell book equal to your intelligence modifier plus wizard level, minimum of one spell. The spells must be of level for which you have spell slots. So, for example, if you're a 5th level wizard, you can't be copying Cone of Code into your spell book because you don't have 5th level slots. Take a sip of water. Um, yeah, this is just an example of how it works. Yeah. You can change your list of prepared spells when you finish a long rest. Preparing a new list of wizard spells requires time spent studying your spell book and memorizing the incantations and gestures you must take. You must make the cast a spell at least 1 minute per spell level for each spell on your list. I feel like this time requirement thing. I feel like people don't talk about it enough because that people love to flag the people love to talk about, oh, that short rest reliant abilities shouldn't be core to the class because short rests are hard to come from. And looking at it here, to copy like spells, to copy scrolls and get a new spell book takes a lot of time, and I really see that being a problem. In a in a campaign, it's obvious that if an enemy is trying to kill your party and they know you have a wizard, they're gonna target your spell book. Because without that, a wizard is basically just a cantrip firing machine. Another reason why I feel like the sorcerer is better. But they have a spellcasting ability. They use their intelligence for anything. Wizards also get spell ritual casting. You can cast a wizard spell if it has the ritual spell tag on it, and you have in your spell book. You don't need to have the spell prepared. Also, I'm pretty sure if you to ritual cast something, you don't have to waste a spell slot on it either. But it does take longer. I think it takes like 10 minutes, but no spell slot, which is yay. Spellcasting focus, you have to have an arcane focus for your wizard spells. Learning spells are first level higher. Each time you gain a wizard level, you can add 2 new wizard spells of your choice to your spell book. These doesn't mean you have them prepared. They're just now in your pool of spells you can prepare as a wizard. Each of these spells must be of a level for which you have spell slots as shown in the wizard table. On your adventures, you might find other spells that you can add to your spell book. Now we have one of the main features, Arcane Recovery. You learn to regain some of your magical energy by studying your spellbook. Once per day when you finish a short rest, you can choose expended spell slots to recover. The expended spell slots can have a combined level equal or less to half than your wizard level, rounded up. And none of the slots can be 6th level or higher. For example, if you're 4th level wizard, you can cover two levels worth of spell slots. You can cover your 2nd level spell or 2 first ones. Basically, this allows for some spell slot recovery. Because a big problem of early on spellcasters is once they run out of spells, they're kind of just cantrip cannons. And most cantrips are like, oh, you roll a 1 on the d10, yeah, you only do 1 damage. It's not like how the fighter or marshals, yeah, they roll a 1 on their greatsword hit, but it can still add their strength modifier. So it's not going to be 1 damage, it's going to be 4, which is infinitely going to be better than just a straight d10. Now at level 2 they do gain their spell classes, and wizards have a ton of subclasses. Wizards have a metric crap ton of subclasses. So for I'm not gonna do a video on each and every subclass because that's gonna be like 15 different videos. I'm gonna do batch videos. So maybe each batch I may do I think 3 to 4 wizard subclasses per batch. So those videos are gonna be longer, and just cover a lot of a lot of subclasses. Next, to get cantrip formulas. This is from Tasha's Cogent of Everything, and this is a optional rule. But most of the optional rules from Tasha's are must-haves for, obvious reasons, because holy hell, that book is broken to all hell. At 3rd level, you have scribed a set of arcane formulas in your spellbook that you can use to formulate a cantrip in your mind. Whenever you finish a long rest and consult those formulas in your spellbook, you can replace one wizard cantrip you know with another cantrip from the wizard list. Overall, yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah. Being able to swap out your cantrips, they get ASIs at ability score improvement or feats at 4, 18, and no, 18. They get at 4, 8, 12, 6, 16th, and 19th level. Overall, standard progression of things. Now, the next feature is at 18th level. I know, the jump is insane. At 18th level, you have achieved such mastery over certain spells that you can cast them at will. Choose a first level wizard spell and a 2nd level wizard spell that are in your spellbook. You can cast those spells at the lowest level without expending a spell slot when you have them prepared. If you want to cast either a spell at higher level, you must expend the spell slot as normal. By spending 8 hours in study, you can exchange one or both of the spells you choose for different spells at the same level. At 18th level, being able to cast a first or second levels, a first and a second level spell at 18th level is so bad. Like, okay. Because let's pull up the Trusty Dusty Feet table. I think it's Fate Touched. If I'm not, yeah, Fate Touched. Fate Touch gives you an increase to your intelligence, wisdom, or charisma modifier, and you learn Misty Step in any divination or enchantment school of magic spell, and you can cast both of them without expending a spell slot. And granted, they are both once per long rest, but so is this, I assume. Yeah. Oh no! Oh, these are once per short. No, that's the. I know. Oh wait, this doesn't have a limit on it. Hold on. Okay. You know what? Okay, take it back. That's actually good. I thought it had a limit on it. I thought it had the short rest limit on it. Actually, if hmm, I do have the wizard spell list pulled up because I didn't want to go over it because the wizard spell list is the one of the most important part of the classes. So being able to cast absorb elements at command is nice. Burning hands, like chromatic orb. Mm. Of course, things like mage armor. Make sure to drink water. Mage armor, shield, stuff like that. Being able to cast like wood, silvery barbs for to annoy your DM. Okay, that's pretty nice. 2nd level spells, Ultra Self can be Arcane Lock. Like I've seen Arcane Lock bring so much value. Holy hell! Cloud of Daggers, if you're playing a Blade Singer, can be nice. Granted, this is an 18th level spell feature, so I know I am hyping it up a little bit, but it is 18th level, which is extraordinarily high. Darkness and Dark Vision, those are nice. Darkness, enlarge, reduce, cast out on your fighter, hold a person. You can't hold person locks. Invisibility, that's nice. Hmm. So, Scorching Ray, you can cast it. Scorching Ray, Shadow Blade, Shatter. Okay, you know. Oh, you can cast Vortex Warp. Yeah, we know to cast Vortex Warp. It's kind of nice. Hmm. Yeah, Vortex Warp. That's actually pretty good. Okay. Ah, I closed the spell list. Damn. Okay. Yeah, it's actually a pretty damn good feature. I don't really see any downsides to that feature. I mean, granted, you do have to have the spells prepared, and if you don't have them prepared and swap them out, you are screwed over. Which I don't know how I feel about that. That's kind of but aside from that, I think that's the only downfall I can see of this feature. And also, it takes 8 hours to swap those, so make sure you pick the right spells. I think the spells I would recommend is probably Mage Armor and Mage Armor or Shield. I think having those two at will is very nice. I think you probably get more value out of Shield. So I think being able to cast Shield at will for free. Um, mm, yeah, I think being able to cast them for free unlimitedly. I think having Shield is better than Mage Armor. And I think the second level spell really depends because you can pick stuff like Misty Step to get out of bad situations, Darkness to get out of bad situations, Enlarge Reduce to buff to like permanently just buff up your fighter, Invisibility to just be permanently stealthy. Do wizards get passive out trace? Because if wizards get passive out trace, that can really help out the marshals wearing heavy armor, not suck at everything. Did they get passive out trace? No, they did not. They will not get passive out trace. So that's yeah. I mean, Shadow Blade, for all of my blade singing wizards out there. Hmm. Vortex Warp can be nice. Suggestion can work. Hmm. Web. I've seen Sebastian Crow get insane value out of Web. Okay, it's a good feature. I take back what. Yeah, it's a good feature. 18th level though is kind of crazy, but eh. Next we get their capstone feature. Scope signature spells. Oh, this spell master thought this was signature spells. My bad. The 18th level features spell mastery. When you reach 20th level, you gain mastery over two powerful spells and you cast them with little effort. Choose two third level wizard spells in your spell book as your signature spells. You always have these spells prepared, and they don't count against the number of spells you have prepared. And you can cast each of them once at third level without expending a spell slot. When you do so, you can't do so again to finish a short or long rest. Mm. Mm. Okay. So this allows you to get two wizard spells that you automatically have prepared, which is good. So, and you can cast them once. Is it one each? Once each? Good look at this. Yeah, each of them once without putting a spell slot per short or long rest. Have counter spell. I can be in that. You most want to up. I mean, at 20th level, because I need to look at this through 20th level like eyes. So having a third level counter spell at 20th level is probably not that good. Fireball 20th level probably isn't. Fly can be nice. Gaseous form can be nice. Haste can be real nice. Hypnotic pattern can be nice. Lehman's tiny hut. That's ritual. So forget that. Like mm. Phantom Steed, that can be nice. Protection from energy can be good. Remove curse can be nice. Speak with Dad, Spirit Shroud, summon. I mean, all the summon spells. Just being able to get extra bodies. Thunder Step. A free casting of Thunder Step is super good. Okay. Having them automatically prepared also is a godsend. That is amazing. Being able to prepare more spells will always be better as a wizard. Okay, yeah, I like the feature. I mean, for a capstone, it should. Yeah, for a capstone, it's okay for a capstone. So now to get into the wizard spell list and then my final thoughts. So as you can see, the wizard has a pretty damn long spell list. Some really cool spells that they get that should be mentioned are Burning Hands, Absorb Elements, Chromatic Orb, Detect Magic, Restore Value, Earth Tremor, Feather Fall, Grease. I've seen Grease go crazy. Ice Knife. Jump can be nice. Magic Missile, Mage Armor. Like overall, just shield, silvery barbs, sleep at lower levels can be insane. Tasha's hideous laughter, Tasha's caustic brew, witch bolt, unseen servant, thunderwave, very good first level spells. For second level, they got arcane lock, they got blur, they got cloud of daggers, they got crown of madness, they got darkness and dark vision, they got enhanced ability and large reduce, flock of familiars, hold person, invisibility, knock, levitate. Overall, mouse acid arrow, misty step, mirror image, two very good spells. Phantasmal forces I've heard is good. Rave enfeeblement can be annoying. Scorching ray is good. Rope trick can save party. See invisibility is nice. Shadow blades again nice. Shatter nice. Web is another good one. Vortex warp another good one. Suggestion another good one. For third level, they get animated dead, which is a good bestow curse. I've seen some people use it, others don't really like it. Counter spell, oh, that can save you. Fireball, fly, gaseous form, haste, just hypnotic pattern. These really good spells. Liament's tiny hut, which can be very nice. Lightning bolt, which can also be very nice. Remove curse, which can actually hold, I can say. And they get all the summoning spells. So they can summon undead, shadow spawn, lesser demons, fae, uh, which is nice. They get tiny servants, and yeah. At level 4, they get banishment, blight, charm monster, confusion, the D-door, dimension door, Edward's black tentacles, fire shield, great invisibility, ice swarm, demon secret chest, locate creature, Mordecai's faithful hound, phantasmal killer, polymorph, spirit of the dead, stone skin. So they get a bunch of summon spells, wall of fire, which I've seen wall of fires destroy everything. Animate objects, Big Me Hands at level 5, Cloud Kill, Cone of Cold, Conjure Elemental, Contact Other Plane, oof, Contact. I've seen some crazy Contact Other Plane. Dominate Person, Fat, Hold Monster, again, even very, very powerful spells. Scrying, again, another powerful spell. Summon Draconic Spirit, Telekinesis, Wall of Force. Everyone loves Wall of Force. Level 6 spells. They get Chain Lightning, which Baldur's Gate 3, so yeah, take a shot. I've abused Chain Lightning in BG3 so many damn times. I cannot tell you how many times I have abused Chain Lightning scrolls. It is insane. Create Homunculus is a 6. What? A 6 level? The hell? It must be a different homunculus than the one artificers get, because 6 level spell? That's insane. Create them dead. They get Disintegrate, which is probably Disintegrate is probably one of the strongest spells in the game. Just damage wise, it can do a ton of damage. Global Vulnerability, Mental Prison, Move Earth, Soul Cage, Scatter, Summon Fiend, Sunbeam, Tensor's Transformation, True Seeing, Wall of Ice. Yeah, 7th level spells. They get Delayed Blast Fireball. I've never read this spell before. Oh. Yeah, it can do some damage. They get Draconic Transformation, Finger of Death, Force Cage, Mordecai's Magnificent Mansion. Mordecai's Sword, what is this do? This is basically a Shadow Blade on crack. Oh, you can just summon a sword that's just annoying. Plane Shift, Power Word Pain. Oh, I've seen Power Word Pain do so much trouble to a party. Teleport, again, pretty good. 8th level spells, they get Anti-Magic Field, which can really just cripple high level encounters. Clone, Dominate Monster, Maddening Darkness, Maze, Mind Bling, Powered Stun, React Sunburst. Ninth level spells. They get every. I think they get almost every ninth level spell. They get Mass Polymorph, Invulnerability, Imprisonment, Gate, Foresight, Bladed Actual Projection, Wish, True Polymorph, Time Stop. No, they just Meteor Swarm, Powered Kill, Prismatic Wall. They just absolutely disgusting. Overall, for my final grievances of Wizards now that you know to get, I think the Wizard, yes, it's a strong class. Now, I feel like people saying that the Wizard is the best class are talking about a version of D&D that is almost nearly never played. Because yes, when you get those 7th and 8th level spells, yes, the wizards can be very annoying and very powerful. And honestly, I feel like they're semi-balanced around that. Cause yeah, well, what level do you get 7th level spells? You get 7th level spells at level 13. And you can only ever cast one first level 7th level spell until, 20th level. But granted, 20th level is insane, and almost no one ever reaches 20th level. And still, those reality bending 8th and 9th level spells, you only get one of those. So yes, they can cast Wish, but I have seen Wish go so wrong. Yes, they can cast Polymorph, but their concentration can still be broken. Powered Kill, 100 HP. They can kill other sorcerers, and that's the thing. When someone has a wizard, you're most likely going to be fighting mages. And as wizards, you have such low HP that unless if you're playing a really weird build, one powered kill is straight up just enough to just kill you. A powered kill is enough to straight up murder you as a high level wizard. Mass polymorph is nice, but if concentration's broken, then you're cooked. Meteor swarm, it's fun because casting down a swarm of meteors doing 20d6 fiery, friggin' 40d6 damage in general is insane. But that's and yeah, they do get all of these really strong spells, but since they can only cast it one day of an adventuring party, one counter spell or one concentration broken or one wish that you didn't specifically say what you want and your ninth level spell slot is gone. You can't spam teleport 25 times. You can cast teleport like maximum 4 times. Then you can never do it again, and then you have to take a long rest. So that's the thing. Wizards have these strong spells, but it's not to the extent where I feel like the wizard spell list. I think the wizard spell list does make up for the fact that the wizard is weak, but I don't think it makes up for the fact the wizard is like weak base class wise enough to make it the best. When yeah, the sorcerer spell list, it's a lot smaller than the wizards. But when you look at the sorcerer spell list, they still have Moss Polymorph, they still have Meteor Swim, they still have Powered Kill, they have Time Stop, they have Wish, they have these really important spells that most people are taking. Yeah, they may not have Prismatic Wall or Shape Change, but they can still cast Wish, Powered Kill, Meteor Swarm, Mass Polymorph, Gate, Blade Disaster. They still have all of these really cool spells. And also, Wizards do get expanded spell list, which don't exactly go into this, but and even at 8th level, they still get Earthquake, they still get Dominate Monster, they still get Denny Plane, they get Powered Stun, they get Sunburst. So I feel like a lot of the main spells that a wizard would be taking, a sorcerer can still take. I don't think I don't think that the discrepancy between the sorcerer and wizard is as bad as people call it to be. And especially, a wizard spell can get twice as much value solely because meta magic exists. If meta magic did not exist, then the sorcerer is fundamentally worse than wizard. But since it has the third level ability of meta magic, it genuinely, in my opinion, becomes the best magic caster in the game because of how broken and game changing one correct meta magic can be. Because you can twin any spell. You can twin, like, friggin', you can twin any spell. You can quicken Wish if you wanted to. You can quicken Mass Polymorph. You can quicken basically anything. And to quicken a spell, all you have to do is spend. Well, okay, it's one action. Wait, no. Okay, that doesn't matter if it's concentration. To quicken a spell, all you have to do is spend 2 sorcery points. And by level 17, you have 17 sorcery points. You can afford to quicken a powered kill if you want. You can afford to quicken some. Yeah, that's the thing. You can afford to make all of your spells so much more valuable than a wizard spell ever could be. And yeah, the wizard has a ton of spells. Yes, it can prepare a bunch of spells, but how often would a wizard truly be able? Because that's the thing. Unless they have a foresight, preparing a spell list is very weird. Yes, the wizard can be more like specifically good, but in a general sense, a wizard can just be generally good. And also, with the new wizards, with the new sorcerer subclasses, with stuff like lunar sorcery or clockwork soul ever in mind, the sorcerer can now be more flexible, which is the whole reason why people saw the wizards as the better spellcaster because of how flexible and their better spell list. But now the sorcerers can be flexible, not as flexible, but still flexible. And all of their so now they have flexibility and the brokenness of meta magic and how much they can abuse meta magic every single turn. A sorcerer could quicken a powered kill and still be able to cast a friggin' Eldritch Blast if it wanted to. And you know, I may be saying, hey, that's a wizard, it's a sorcerer multi-class. You shouldn't allow that. The thing is, the sorcerer uses charisma. Bards use charisma. Paladins use charisma. Warlocks use charisma. Well, what else uses wizard? What is use intelligence? Artificers? What would a wizard? What would a wizard want to multi-class with an artificer? Now, I can give you 25 different reasons why a sorcerer would want multi-class with a warlock. The only thing I can think of wizard is for their armor proficiency, but that's it. But with a sorcerer, bro, like multi-classing into paladin gives you insane a damage boost, plus a bunch of heavy armor, plus a massive boost to your HP in general. Okay, I think I'm getting a little too far into why I think sorcerer's better. The video's already 30 minutes. Okay, to end it off, I think yes, the wizard's strong. Yes, the wizard's good, but I don't. I think it's heavily overhyped in general. I probably will title this video was reviewing the worst class in game wizard. That's clickbait. You got. Yeah, thank you for watching this video. I hope you guys do enjoy. Yeah, OT19 signing out. Peace.